Hey guys, it's Ryan from Hop to It. Just wanted to do a little video. Um, we get asked a lot about putting a roof and screening in an existing deck. So I want to cover some reasons why we typically uh, won't do that, or we'll steer our customers to build a new structure. So I just kind of want to go into that just a little bit. Um, so in order to explain it, I need to kind of briefly cover two stresses with you, engineering stresses. So there's compression, which is a force that pushes things together, and there's shear, which is the tendency for, like, if wind is blowing on something, for it to want to blow sideways. So when a deck is built, um, they're really just built to withstand kind of the weight that's placed on them and the weight that could be placed on them. There's no compensation for shear, which would be like wind blowing against it and trying to blow it sideways. And there's no compensation either for what's called uplift, which uplift is the tendency for things to want to raise up, and I'll explain that more in a minute. So here in North Carolina, this isn't the case in other parts of the country, but here in North Carolina, when we build a deck, the code doesn't require us to set posts in concrete. The general building code just requires that we have a hole. We can put in the bottom of that, we can put a concrete block, solid concrete block, and then backfill the dirt around it. And so you can imagine with that, there's nothing actually holding the post into the ground. It's strictly relying on the weight of the deck and the contents on the deck to hold the deck in place, and then of course it's bolted to the house. So the reason for that, there's just not a lot of other stresses to compensate for on a deck. Other parts of the country, they're a little bit different, so you want to check your local building codes, but here in North Carolina that's the case. So how does that affect putting a roof on a existing deck? So when you put a roof on a deck, the roof wants to actually act as kind of a parachute. So if you have a wind blowing against the house, it will get up underneath the roof and create uplift, which is the force of the wind trying to lift up the deck. And so you can see where if the posts aren't set in concrete, that would create an issue where you'd have the deck going through stresses that it's not designed for. Also with screening, or if you have it enclosed like a four-season room, then you introduce shear, which is wind blowing against the side of the deck and wanting to push the deck sideways, which again, it's not engineered for. Decks are not designed to, if you have a deck with open railing, it's not going to be designed to encounter any kind of a shear load. So typically when we have someone ask if we could, they have an existing deck and they want to build a roof over it and enclose it, we'll very much steer them towards taking down the existing deck and putting on a new structure. So there's other factors too. There's the integrity of the existing structure. So even if the posts are set in concrete, a lot of times the existing structure is not enough to support the extra weight of the roof and the extra loads that will be imposed upon it. So anyhow, that's a brief description. So hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to me on our website, hoptoitnc.com. Feel free to comment below and get a hold of us if you need any of this kind of work or advice here in the Raleigh area. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.